Both my cameras.
You always have to put it in.
Yeah, well, I gotta let the people know,
It's yours is mine.
That's true. You're lucky. Alright guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today is Monday. Yesterday was my birthday, so everyone wish me happy birthday because everything's about me. Public holiday today, so a bit of a different day. It's weird because it doesn't feel like a Monday, but we've got Monday things to do. So I feel like we're like a little bit less stressed to do them because it's not a real Monday. It's a fake Monday. So we're gonna go train at the gym that we've been training at recently, where you would have seen a lot of the footage from, because we can obviously film there. So that's really useful for us. So we're gonna go train there later on. We've got a bit of check-in works to do and checking with our clients and stuff. But being the public holiday, people obviously checking in a little bit later. Which is totally fine, obviously being a long weekend. So we're gonna do that, go train, look after ourselves first, and then look after our team. And then we'll just probably chill out and get some work done for the rest of the day, which will be nice. So just wrapped up a onboarding call with a new client, which was lovely. He's getting started and really excited to get that sorted as well. Obviously in Australia at the moment, we are in the depths of winter, so it is cold as fuck at the moment, and everyone is actually kind of wanting to, they're either going away to a Europe trip or they are wanting to get in shape for the end of the year. So a lot of people that I'm coaching at the moment are either getting ready to go away and they're in shape, or they're wanting to get in shape for the end of the year. So both are really, really fun because different timelines and different goals and stuff. So it's really, really cool for that. In terms of myself, a little bit of an update. So we had the cortisone injection last week, which all went really, really well so far. The hand carpal tunnel is going, no pain, being able to sleep without a wrist splint on, which is also really, really good, and very nice to not have to have been doing that after a while. That's also really good. The right one is better as well, but I didn't do an injection on that one. I'm gonna get an injection done soon as well, just because I've seen the progress so well with this. But the only thing I have to be careful of is that this hand is only good for now. Like they said, it's going to take up to a month until the injection, we actually know if it's worked or not. So they said don't go crazy with training. So I'm trying to be a bit more wary of it, but like it is hard. Like I'm someone who always likes to train really hard. I have big goals, obviously, created this series. So, make progress as well as like not being injured is a very difficult thing to balance sometimes. But as anyone knows, being injured and navigating around injuries is really frustrating. So making sure that we're just trying to do all the right things there to navigate that, make sure that we don't have to go back to or result to anything that's like surgery or anything like that. And also we got blood work done last week. Blood work was all good. There was like one or two things that we just needed to like address in terms of like making sure that things are all good. So we've just added in some Tudka, which is another supplement. If you're going to go down this route of being enhanced, then you need to make sure that you're taking all the right supplements and whatnot. Going to look after that. And then we didn't end up getting the free and total testosterone numbers, which is obviously like the most important fucking numbers that you want to look at to see how high they are based on how much you're taking and whatnot. So I'm waiting on those to come through. So they were still pending because they probably saw the numbers and were like, this guy has ridiculously high numbers. Yeah, we're just waiting on that, but everything is all good to go for the next sort of push. So in the next 2 weeks, we're going to start pushing that. So really excited to like, start getting that going and stuff like that. Push the training again and all that sort of stuff. And hopefully this time, no carpal tunnel, no injuries, nothing to worry about. All good stuff has happened on my end. Obviously had a phenomenal birthday yesterday. Kayla very much looked after me and it was a fun day spent with family and whatnot. But back to it today, I'm going to take you guys through my pull workout. But actually might do push just because I'm trying to refrain from doing as much pulling as possible at the moment. And some of the machines at that gym are good for pulling, but I also just want to not have to put so much strain on the wrist, so I might do some pushing stuff today. We're just going to get some work done, a little bit more work done before we go, and then we're going to get
to last seen 11:42. I keep refreshing the screen. with every ping. Your green light keeps me alive. Your green light keeps me alive. I'm waiting for your sign. Your green light keeps me alive. Your green light keeps me alive. Tonight, tonight. Message delivered at 2, but you haven't read it yet. I'm counting every second since you left. Each notification sound makes my pulse skip a beat, but it's never from you. Just breathe. 3 dots appear now. My screen is burning. The world stops turning until you speak. Your green light keeps me alive. I'm waiting for your sign. Your green light keeps me alive. Your green light keeps me alive. Tonight, tonight.
Tried to record as much as I could. It was pretty busy in there, and upstairs where we're doing cardio now isn't as busy, but I'll give you a bit of a breakdown in the session. So push session, so we did incline dumbbell press to start things off. Now, as I sort of was trying to mention, but it was hard to film, like when it comes to trying to progress with your training, you know, whatever you do first is going to be the most important. Like the reality is like if you want to grow a bigger chest, like you should probably be doing chest first in your workout, at least on a push day. You could even make an argument that if you want to grow a bigger chest, you could do it at the start of any other day as well, even if it's a pull day, because you're going to be fresh, probably not going to get as much overall fatigue, which is a fancy word going around the fitness space at the moment. But did that first, and we got some progressions there. Did 45 for 10, 10 and 10 for 2 sets, and then 8 on the last set. Then we moved on to an incline fly, which was really, really good as well. Different machine. It was good to play around with some different machines today. Really like this gym as well. That's the other thing, like filming in this gym is acceptable, but still like being comfortable in it is another thing as well. Just because, like, you know, I'm a new face here, and bringing around a camera isn't always the most inviting thing in the world, so bear with me in terms of the content quality and trying to film in the gym. But we then did machine shoulder press, which was really good as well. That machine, the prime one that we use, like obviously there's a mad amount of kit in this gym, so you're able to play around with different kits in the machine, and that prime shoulder press has the ability to change the resistance profile, so you can actually change where it's the most difficult. So I did it in the beginning to the mid-range, because obviously like that's where the muscles at its most advantageous mechanically, so you can push the most amount of load in those positions, whereas like a shortened position at the top you're not going to be able to, so making it heaviest there wouldn't make the most sense, but you are the strongest there, so you want to keep it more in that mid-range, which is what I did. Was able to go pretty heavy there, which was good fun. Had a really good delt pump there, and was able to progress overall there as well. And then we moved on to the front-facing lateral raises. I like those cables, not because they're prime, just because the movability of them, like they're very adaptable in terms of angles you can put them on, how you can set them up. So that was really good as well.
That's my leg. It's giving East Kensington.
Yeah, so that cable machine, like you can really maneuver it quite well, as well as the resistance just very even across there. So 3 sets, did around 12 kilos, 12 reps there. And then we finished off with some redelts, which I got 1 set. I was able to record, was talking to someone. But yeah, that is our push day wrapped up. We're doing 15 minutes of cardio now, and then we're gonna go home, get into some work, eat some food, because I'm getting fucking hungry. And Kayla is also doing cardio. Yeah, we don't do the stepper for cardio anymore. It's don't want to lose leg gains, and it's just like way more taxing than it needs to be. One thing I did want to mention though is, I was talking to Kayla about this, but I do like fashion in the gym in winter because it's colder and you can put more effort into your outfits. As you can see, putting a little bit more effort into the outfit. So if you see some nice fits, it's because it's cold and I'm cold. Now look bro, like with the nutrition side of things, and I want to read these as well, but before I do with the nutrition, man, it's like as long as you're ticking off those 3 meals on the meal plan, like that's totally fine, bro. And I guess like you got to ask yourself as well, man, like usually it's never just like the thing itself, right? All right, we are doing a bit of meal prep. In terms of how I do things, it's really interesting when people like are like, oh, how do you meal prep? Like it's this like big crazy thing. I am honestly the laziest meal prepper you will ever meet. Like I just think when it comes to prepping meals, simplicity is going to just take you the furthest, because if it's simple, you can execute it consistently. And as we know, simple times consistency equals results and obviously getting progress. So I just make things as easy as possible. I always do some sort of chicken and rice because I enjoy it. I put seasoning on it. Lately, I've been fucking with this Greek elk seasoning barbecue rub, just that one. And I've just been putting it on all my chicken, on my steak, and then I'll like go buy a new one and try a different one. And to me, I enjoy that. At the moment, I'm doing 80 grams of raw rice or dry rice, just timing that by 5 or 6. I'll just like weigh that total, put it in a container, and then just divide it by 7 and take it out when I want to eat. And that's just how I go about doing things. And I'm really the same with the chicken as well. Like people will say, oh, you know, do you weigh your food cooked or raw? It's like, honestly, it doesn't fucking matter. Just weigh it with whatever's going to be the most consistent for you. Personally, I do it raw just because I enter all my food raw into MyFitnessPal, and that's how I track everything. So I just do it raw. But I actually just got my check-in from my coach as well. Everything is all good from him. There's no real updates at the moment as well. So we're honestly just kicking goals. I know I've got to get a lot better with like telling you guys like what's going on and how I'm progressing and updates and stuff like that. But it's just like, it's hard for me because I'm just like, in my head, I'm just like, I just do the same thing every week. And I know that some people might actually find that interesting and entertaining. And I know I can make it entertaining and interesting, but to me, I'm just like, I just do the same thing all the time. I eat the same meals, I eat the same food, train the same way. It's just like, whether it's a fucking incline dumbbell press or a machine dumbbell press, like it's still a dumbbell press or it's still an incline press or I'm still training chest. It's just like, for me, I do the same thing consistently over a period of time. And that is what gets me the results that I get. Going on, as you can see, it is very dark outside, so it has been quite a day. We have gotten a lot of work done, which is good. Lots of check-ins, programs, meal plans gone out, all of the stuff, but I looked at the time and I was like, what the fuck, how is it like so late? The day has honestly just like gone away and it's pretty wild, but it was a good day nonetheless. Just like tired now. I honestly wasn't even sure if I was going to pick up the camera and film, but it's been a good day. Training done. I was like cramping before from my chest of just like how fucking like, I don't know, you know when you train really hard that your muscles start cramping, but yeah, that was happening to me. But anyway, it's public holiday today, so obviously everything's like a little bit delayed, which is why I also think this day has been a bit delayed, because we had a lot of work to do, but we took our time doing it because we wanted to go train, have the morning and whatnot, and we did it and it was good. But you know, as comes with running a business, means that you still have to lock in and do the work, right? And then also we submitted our rental application, so fingers crossed tomorrow we find out about that, and then we can hopefully get that rental application approved and we can move into it in the next couple of weeks, which would be extremely exciting for us because look, we do love this place, and I don't even know if I've actually said that what's happening with this place, but my dad owns the place and he's selling it, so we have to get out, which is fine because the place that we found is like brand new, it's beautiful, and I'm honestly more excited to live there, even though it is slightly a bit more expensive. But in terms of like lifestyle, living conditions, and location, it's better. So I kind of rather that. So yeah, we're gonna make some steak, and we are going to then also make some pasta, which I also got to do. Remember to make pasta, thank you. And then we're gonna have dinner, and then have some Ninja Creamy. It is the next day. I didn't end up filming the rest of the night last night, so I was gonna wrap up the video there, but before I wrap up the video, I just wanted to do a little bit of a quick reflection of some things. I was talking to Kayla yesterday just about, like, it was my birthday on Sunday, kind of a big one. Like, for anyone who doesn't know, and I'm getting pretty transparent on this one, but I've actually had not really much of a birthday because on my 18th birthday, my grandmother actually passed away. Unfortunately, she had a stroke, and on my 18th birthday, I spent in a hospital saying my goodbyes to her, and we were pretty close. Like, I have a few tattoos dedicated towards her, so it's been, my birthday's a funny one. Like, it's always been one that has been hard for me to celebrate, but I also know that I've worked my ass off over the past couple of years, so I also don't want it to take away from my ability to reflect on my life and be proud of some of the things that I've achieved. Now, on that conversation around celebrating my birthday, I also heard this really interesting sort of quote saying that if you met your 18-year-old self, would he be proud of the person that you are today? And that one fucking got me hard. Like, I really had to sit there and think about that, because being 18 when that happened, I was also not in a very good spot in general. Like, I wasn't someone who was very confident, let alone making videos the way I do now. The way you see me and the way that you see me interact on a camera or just train, or the things that I wear to the gym and the way that I carry myself and the life that I've built with coaching and bodybuilding, it's like you wouldn't know that you wouldn't think that where I was at 18 I'd be now. I reflected on that a little bit, and the person that I used to be was someone who spent my days and my nights and weekends, you know, chasing girls, running away from my problems, you know, being toxic and not wanting to face anything head on. And I'd usually drown myself in alcohol, drugs, partying, and pretending that life was good. But then come Monday, I would be, you know, depressed, you know, terrible Tuesday, and all those sort of things. And it was really cool to just reflect on that for a second and think to myself, well, fuck, man, I've actually built myself a pretty cool life. And honestly, if I met myself at 18 years old now, I think he would be jealous of who I am now. And that's pretty awesome to say. So I guess the reason that I'm sharing this is because, like, I think that if there is anyone out there that is maybe in a position with their physique, with their life, and usually those things, in my opinion, do go hand in hand, I think it's really worth just asking yourself, like, what would you say to yourself at 18? How would you choose to pick yourself up, and how would you choose to carry yourself? And even if that's not where you want to be now, then take a deep breath and just listen to that voice inside that says that you can do more. And that's essentially what I did. I got to a point where I was like, I am better than this. I don't want to feel this way anymore. And I took action of my life, and I'm very thankful for it. So I thought I would end the video on a bit of a personal note there, and just share with you exactly what I've been thinking the past couple of days. So hopefully that is insightful for you and something that you can take away from it. As always, if you've enjoyed this video and you're enjoying the style of content, then make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. I'll be pumping out more videos like this very, very soon, and I'll see you in the next one.